Well, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. Back in Tasmania now, and I'm up near a mountain which you can see in the background there. That's Ben Nevis. I actually am going to hike up that in the next couple of days. But I'm not actually going to tell you where I'm camped anymore, not this specific spot. So I'm around Ben Nevis, and I have a reason for not telling people anymore, and I will elaborate on that in the next couple of days. So, but anyway, it's spitting and raining, but it's actually quite haily at times here too. So quite windy, but I'm just going to enjoy the afternoon and get some chicken cooking tonight. But anyway, yeah, come along for the ride and let's see what we can do. Well, I ummed and ahed about getting my inside screens up, but I'm glad I did, because you get these great bursts of sunshine, but then it starts raining again. So tonight's dinner is some seasoned chicken and instant mash. Okay, this is for all my subscribers that say I burn the hell out of my chicken. Well, yes, even I'll admit tonight I mucked up. But that's what happens when you put the chicken on and then you go do a drone flight and come back and find out it's burnt. Okay, well, dinner's done, and I'll tell you what, it might have looked burnt, but once I got past the actual burnt skin, it was a pretty tasty meal. Yeah, it was nice chicken. I really enjoyed that. So anyway, I'm going to sign off for the day, because it's getting late now. I've got a movie going here, so I'm going to sit down and watch that in front of the fire and have a nice cuppa. It was a good day, nice and quiet. Quite challenging getting in here today. It was 3 k's from the turn off into here. It wasn't a hard track, but it was tight, so if I got stuck or I came upon a spot where I couldn't get through, then I was going to have to back it up for a long way. But yeah, I persisted and I got here. So bit of rain today, bit of hail, but we got through. So anyway, I'll see you in the morning. Well, I was going to say it wasn't as cold as last time I was up this way, but yeah, that's some thick ice in there. Well, good morning, and a cold one it is. I don't know whether it's as cold as what I had last time, but yeah, frost on the ute, and my water bowl with my dishwashing liquid in it, that froze. But anyway, it's going to be a lovely day, so I'm going to head up Ben Nevis, which is behind me, and you can actually see the top from here. I just did a quick video of it. So, but I've got to go back that way along the track that I came in on for about 2 k's, and then I turn right and I head up to the actual summit. So I'm just going to walk from here because yeah, I've no real advantage. It's 92 k's. So that's where my camp is, down there about 1 k, and that's where I came in yesterday. So the track's pretty good right up until there. I think it's because of the logging, but this would have been a really good little spot here to camp too, but I'm happy with the one I've got. Nice flat area. And here we have it. The Ben Nevis track. Steep and rocky, so they say. Up there. 4.67 k's return, so whew. Well, it's a bit steep, but I think the most problem I've had is the thickness of the bush. Easy enough to follow the track, but yeah, single file. But we're making progress. I think we're starting to get into some steeper stuff now though. Oh, first time I broke through the tree line. Beautiful. Well, I think I'm over the steeper stuff now, but in comparison to other ones I've done, and thank God I did Mount Roland first, it wasn't that steep. A few little rocky sections. The biggest hassle was it was very tight in the bush, and walking sticks, walking poles on my pack kept grabbing hold of everything, and then when they do that they come loose on the pack, and you've got to take the pack off and strap them back down again. But no, pleasant little walk. So thank God I didn't have to come up over this side. Actually taking me up through the gully here, it's not too bad at all. You probably can't see it, but just in there I can see the black dot on the top, so nearly at the summit. Well, there we go. Ben Nevis, 1,368 metres. I think that's my highest so far in Tassie. I'm not certain about that, but I'll check it when I get home. But I've got to sign off here because I've got people coming up behind me. So anyway, I'll enjoy my cuppa and head back down and back to camp. Well, I'm heading back down now. Yeah, had 3 blokes come up to the top while I was there. Had a lovely chat to them. Yeah, really nice blokes from Launceston. Just coming out here and bagging peaks or bagging mountains like me, enjoying the great outdoors and the great weather. So and here we're going down the valley and into the thick stuff that grabs hold of everything, your poles, your pack, everything. And here we are at the bottom. A 3-hour return. I'll probably taken a bit longer than that. Not too bad at all. It is steep in sections, it is rocky in sections, but you know, after Mount Roland, it was a good walk. I really enjoyed it. So back to camp, and I reckon it might be beer o'clock. Boy, this will be good. Oh, that is lovely. Well, to some people they're probably going to say I got my charcoal steak again, but oh, that is so tender. And man, that is toasty. Oh. No gravy required. Ooh. Let's see what we get out of that. Now there we go. Set on low, about 6 hours. So I plug in my extra solar panel. So I've got my 120 watt flexible panel there and my 160 watt over there. So, well, I'm enjoying this quiet day. It's great to just sit around camp and read a book and just relax. So, but anyway, I wanted to talk about a couple of things that have happened over the last few months. One of them was this here. This is my FPV drone, DJI FPV. So first person view, so you fly it and you've got goggles on, and you can see exactly what this thing's doing. But the funny thing is that you can fly it anywhere. I mean, I've flown it through all sorts of things. You just got to watch what you do. But the last time I was out, which was the East Coast one where I had my dog with me, there was a big culvert under the road, and you can fly it through there, no problem at all. And I flew it through there, but the trouble was, once it got halfway through the pipe, I lost video feed. So that means that you cannot see what your drone is doing. And I've got a motion control, so you fly it by just tilting your hand like this. So I was about 200 metres away, but I was just over a little bit of a rise, so I ran down there, and I forgot that I had the controller in my hand, and of course, as it got video feedback and I had the goggles up higher, because of course I had to see where I was running, the drone went up, hit the culvert, and dropped down into the fast-flowing stream underneath. And that was the last I saw of it. By the time I got down to the stream, the drone was gone. So I could see whereabouts it might be, so I stripped off and jumped in, but it was from the video you would have seen that it was very, very cold. So I lasted about 10 minutes in there before I started getting hypothermia, and I got out and I thought, well, that's a lost drone. So I managed to get some internet, and I got hold of a place called Camzilla in Sydney, and I told them about that, and they said, nah, even if you find your drone, it's had it. It's no good. And I said, well, what about a replacement? And they said, that's $1,000. And I thought, nah, I'm not going to replace it. I'll just sell off the motion control and the goggles and the spare battery that I've got, because I had 2 of them. So I thought, yep, real bugger. I was really annoyed with it, but anyway. But the next night I walked down there to the stream, and I had a look where the water come out of the culvert, and I said, well, it's got to be in that spot there. So I thought, well, I need a wash, so no soap because it's a mountain stream. So I stripped off again and went in there, and I was about to give up when I felt something sharp brush my leg, and it happened to be the propeller. So I got it out, and of course, I'm holding it up like this, and there's water pouring out everywhere. And so I got it back, and I put it next to the fire, and I dried it out, and I took this battery out of it, and I put the battery on the charge. Of course, the battery was fried. That's not this one, this is the other one I had. And I thought nothing of it, so I thought I'd dry it out and might be able to do something with it. But anyway, once it got a bit dried out, or fairly dried out, I plugged in the spare battery, which is this one, and I turned it on, and it turned on. Now, it didn't go any further than that, so I thought maybe there's some hope. So I left it at that, and when I got home, I took the cover off here, and I took the battery out, and I got my wife's hairdryer, and I put it on a low heat, and I just dried everything out, and did all that. And would you believe that it flew? And as you can see from the video I did last night, it's still flying. Now, I have no idea how that happened, or why it's doing that, because this spent 24 hours in water, and you would think that that would be the end of it. But the only thing I've noticed is that when it comes into land, you would put it into about this height, and then you'd press the red button on the motion control, and it slowly goes down. Now it tends to drop real fast, so what you got to do is you got to bring it closer to the ground, and then push the red button, and it hasn't got far to go. So maybe if there's somebody out there that can tell me in the comments how come this drone is flying. The only thing I can think of is that it was crystal clear water. If it was salt water, it would have been fried. There was no mud in it. There was nothing, just plain water. But look, I sort of suspect that one day I'm going to get up there, I'm going to fly it, and I'm never going to see it again. But until that happens, I'm going to keep on going with it. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about is that it was brought to my attention by one of my subscribers, Ray, who I've worked with at the last place in Ballarat. He was saying that would this new thing that he saw on the internet, he was watching a video, affect me, and he sent me the link to it. Now I have heard about this, but I didn't think anything of it. But the link that he sent was a podcast between 3 YouTubers, and they were talking about what's happening here in Tasmania. So these guys all have YouTube channels, and one of them he lives in Tasmania. The other 2 they live in on the mainland, and one was coming down from Cape York to Tasmania, and he was going to come through Tasmania. So the big problem we've got here is a lot of land here is controlled, the national parks, by the PWS, which is the Parks and Wildlife Service. But it also controls a lot of country around here, and they've sort of gone really, really weird. What they're saying is that if you are making a video and you're making money off that video, as in YouTube's paying you, or you're getting not subscribers, sponsors, you know, someone sponsoring you for this video via merchandise or anything like that, if you're getting paid by them, then you have to pay, you have to put in for a permit, which costs $440 per permit, and usually it takes about 3 months to get that permit, and that's for everyone. Now some of these guys aren't making that kind of money, and you know, personally for me, I make nothing off my YouTube channel. I've got to get to 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 watch hours, and I'll probably get to the 1,000 subscribers, but I doubt I'll ever get to the 4,000 watch hours. But you know what, it doesn't bother me. But because I'm not getting paid, I'm not in trouble. It would be if I flew my drone in a national park or something like that, so you've got to watch where you do those things. But it's just ridiculous that they're almost handcuffing these guys, penalising these guys for promoting Tasmania. I just can't figure it out. They're doing it off their own free will. They're coming into Tasmania, they're spending money in Tasmania, and they're promoting these the Tasmania to the world. I just can't figure it out. It's just like as if they just thought that maybe these people are doing things wrong, so we'll blanket ban them, or we'll put in these permits. So I know I've got a couple of YouTube filmmakers who are subscribers to me, so I tell you what, you just have to watch it when you come down here, and if you did come down here, and on what you were doing. But also, just because it's happened in Tasmania doesn't mean that it's not going to happen everywhere else. I've got no faith in the government departments or the parks departments. They're pretty radical. They just seem to ban everything, stop your four-wheel drive and stop your motorbike riding. So, but anyway, that's my vent for today. So maybe someone can comment on this and tell me whether I'm right or wrong. I'd certainly love to hear about what people think of the FPV drone. That would be really good. So, but anyway, I'm going to make myself a cuppa now and get back to my book and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. It's 3:30. About time for a beer. Tell you what, dinner's looking good, coming along nicely. Well, it certainly smells good. A chunk of chicken came off the bone already. Well, I must admit, that's a big meal. I don't think I can eat all that. That's alright. I'll take it home. What does it taste like? Oh, that is lovely. Oh boy. Just as I suspected, I was not going to get through that, but we shall put that in a Tupperware container, and that'll make a great lunch.
All I wanna do is entertain you. just here to fill the space. All I wanna do is make you smile. All I wanna do is make you smile. Never mind, I'm on my face. My bad luck is someone's game. I am only one moment away from totally floating away. I wonder if any one of you will wonder where I ever flew off to.
Well, with a lovely sunset like that, I think it's time to sign off. The other reason is, I forgot my video light as well as my tripod. So if I don't sign off now, it'll be a very dark sign off. So yeah, look, lovely relaxing day. I really enjoyed it. Finished off my book, watched a movie, cooked an incredibly chicken curry. That was just fantastic. Couldn't get through the whole lot, but you know, that's life, you know. It'll make a good lunch at home at some stage. So yeah, back home tomorrow and back to reality. But great trip. Anyway, I'll see you in the morning.
All I wanna do is pay my mortgage. I don't mind not having much. Sleeping sound is quite enough. But all I know to do is entertain. All I know to do is entertain. Spinning higher off the ground. I don't know how to calm down.
Oh, good morning. Another lovely morning it is, but anyway, today I've got to pack up and head home. Got some things to do around the house and such, so yeah, been a really nice camp. Loved yesterday. Loved the hike the day before, but yesterday was just brilliant. Just to sit back and relax, read a book, watch some birds in a tree. Anyway, yeah, I'll finish off my cuppa, do the dishes and slowly pack up. And there we go, campsite's all done. Just a couple of wet spots and a little pile of firewood. Well, yes, that's the end of another video. This was a nice campsite. I wouldn't say it's the prettiest campsite. I mean, you got a view that way to Ben Nevis, but don't really get a look back over that way. And it's a bit of a logging area, so not the prettiest, but it had plenty of firewood, that's for certain. Didn't have to dig into my supply, so. But like I said, that's it for this video. If you like this channel, consider subscribing to it. And I'll see you in the next one.